I am reading the Psalms, at least some of them, for comfort. And I'm in Psalm 2. It is the Psalm of the coronation day of a king. And it's really a plot to not accept God's anointed and desiring to overthrow this king. And the Lord is determined that his son will reign. And it's a beautiful psalm. And I truly believe having a wonderful messianic fulfillment seen in the New Testament. And I'm going to read it, and just for my own encouragement, and I hope it helps others. Lama rakashu goyim, ule umim yegu rik. Why do the nations rage and the peoples mutter a vain thing? Yit yatsavu malachei eretz v'rozanim nosadu yachad al Adonai v'al Mashiach. The kings of the earth stand up, and the rulers take counsel together against the Lord and against his anointed. Ninateka et mosorotemo, v'nashlicha mimenu avotemo. Let us break their bands asunder. Let us cast their cords from us. Following this revolt against God's king that's being coronated, we move to God's plan, verses 4 to 6. Yoshev Bashemayim Yitzchak, Adonai Yolag Lamo, Aj Yedaber Alemo Be'apo, Uvacharono Yevahalemo. Ba'ani Nasakti Malki Al Sion Har Kodshi. The one who is enthroned in the heavens will laugh. The Lord will jeer at them. Then he will speak unto them in his anger, and he will terrify them in his wrath. But I have installed my king upon Zion, my holy mountain. The sovereignty of God is determined that his king would be installed. Verse 7 to 9. Now the king will speak. Asapra el chok, Adonai amar Eli, bani ata ani hayom yeliticha. I will declare the decree. The Lord said unto me, you are my son. I today have begotten you. Verse 8. Sha'al mimeni v'na goyim nachalatech goyim nachalatecha va'ahuzatecha afse aretz. Ask from me, and I will give you the nations for your inheritance, and the uttermost parts of the earth for your possession. Teruim b'shevet barzel, kikli yotzer tenapetzem. You shall break them or crush them with an iron scepter. As vessels of a potter, you shall dash them to pieces. Verse 10 to 12. In this third section, the king speaks and describes what God has said. You will have this authority. I am installing you as king today, and you will reign throughout the whole world. And those that oppose your authority, you will judge. And then verses 10 to 12. The psalmist tells the kings to stop the rebellion. Va'ata melachim haskilu, hivasuru shofetei aretz, ivdu et Adonai beyura v'gilu birada. And now kings, be wise, be instructed, judges of the earth, and serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Nashku var penya anof etovadu derek ki yiv'ar kimata po, ashrei kol chosei vo. I'm going to translate this. Kiss the Son, lest he be angry and you perish quickly in the way. when suddenly his wrath is kindled. Happy are all who take refuge in him. A beautiful psalm. God is determined that his king that he's installing will reign. In the New Testament, the first part of this psalm looks at the cross in Acts 4 and the raging against Jesus by Herod and Pontius Pilate and the Gentiles and all the peoples. This is then followed by God's determination that his son will reign. And when Paul, preaching in Acts chapter 13, quotes this text, he says, when it says, I today have begotten you, it looks at the resurrection of Jesus Christ. And then you just simply ask of me, and I'll give you the nations for your inheritance, the uttermost parts of the earth for your possession. In Hebrews chapter 1, Jesus is told that he, or the writer of Hebrews says that Jesus is heir of all things. And then finally, you will shepherd them with an iron scepter is the rendition of the Septuagint in verse 9, probably read tir'im rather than teroim, meaning that you will shepherd them as a king that has been coronated by God. And it is interesting, that is applied to Jesus in Revelation 19, who comes back someday as King of Kings and Lord of Lords, and will shepherd the nations with an iron scepter, John writes. And so the psalmist concludes by saying, kiss the Son. May we kiss the Son. And the New Testament thought, meaning love Jesus Christ and want to serve him and obey him as our Lord.